Greetings, Netrunners, and welcome to the second part of our look at the Blood and Water Datapack from the Red Sand Cycle. Now we're looking at the corp cards, starting with Bioriod. First, we have a new kind of Bioroid, a Warroid Tracker. Cost of 2, upgrade Bioroid. Whenever the runner trashes one or more cards in or protecting this server, including Warroid Tracker, trace 4. If successful, the runner must trash 2 of his or her installed cards. So this is, and it's got a trash cost of 4. So this is one of those cards that really puts the runner off trashing resources or other upgrades in a server, because if they do, with a trace strength of 4, there's a good chance they're going to have to trash 2 of their installed cards. And that's not something that most runners would be willing to risk. So it really might put them off trashing any of your economy gaining cards or any of your upgrades, since even though, as well as costing them the money, it's going to cost them their resources as well. Next we have a new piece of ice, Loki. Cost of 6, strength of 3, ice Bioroid. When the runner encounters Loki, choose another piece of ice. Until the end of the run, Loki gains the subtypes of that ice and the subroutines of that ice before all of Loki's other subroutines. So you are encountering any other piece of ice. And that could be anything, so you could pick your strongest piece of ice on the board and the runner has to encounter that as well. And then it has after that, end the run unless the runner shuffle his or her grip into the stack. So then they have to shuffle their entire hand into their deck, which is going to really limit them for what they can do for the rest of the turn, especially with making other runs. Then we have Jinteki, and we have the Obokata Protocol. An agenda, cost of 5, 3 agenda points, and ambush. As an additional cost to steal Obokata Protocol, the runner must suffer 4 net damage. So when the runner finds this, he's going to be taking a massive hit to his grip, with 4 net damage, making it almost impossible to take this and survive, since there are so many things out there with Jinteki where you can just do 1 or 2 extra net damage and then the runner would be finished. So this is a fantastic ambush, and it's one that the runner is not going to want to steal. Next we have a new piece of ice from Jinteki, Miraju. Cost of 2, strength of 0, ice code gate deflector. If the runner breaks the printed subroutine on Miraju, he or she is now running on archives instead of passing Miraju, and approaches the outermost ice, if any, Jerez Miraju. The corp may draw 1 card, then shuffle 1 card from HQ into R&D. So, it's actually in the runner's interest to let the corp draw the card, and then shuffle the cards from HQ into R&D. The bad thing is that this could allow the corp to hide any agendas they might have had in their hand, but at the same time, if they don't do it, they'd suddenly be running on archives, and the whole point of the run is pointless. So I think most runners would have to, in the end, just pass it and let the subroutine go off. So this is a fantastic card from Jinteki, and I will definitely be putting it in my deck, just for the look on the runner's faces when I empty my hand of anything that they might have been useful to them to steal, and shuffle it back into my deck. Next we have Shipment from Tenon, cost of 2, operation. Play only if the runner did not make a successful run during his or her last turn. Place 2 advancement tokens on 1 card. So if you've got all your defenses up nicely and all your ice walls are extremely strong, then you can stop some of the runners' runs through to your servers. And when you do, you now get to put 2 advancement tokens on one of your agendas. This could be even lure the runner into a trap, using them on things that aren't actually agendas but ambushes. So I can see a lot of use from this card, and I will certainly be giving it a try. Next we have MBN, and we have Escalate Vitriol. A new agenda, cost of 4 and 2 agenda points. Agenda initiative, and it has, once it's resolved, click, gain 1 for each tag the runner has. Use this ability only once per turn. Now, if anyone remembers some of my older games, where I had the runner up to several dozen tags, which they avoided the worst effects of, this is literally giving you a massive amount of cash for those tags now. So you don't need the runner to take damage from the tags. You can just keep earning money off them every turn, strengthening your defenses. Next we have Reeducation, a new agenda for NBN. Cost of 5, agenda points 3, agenda initiative. When you score Reeducation, add any number of cards from HQ to the bottom of R&D, then draw that many cards. The runner randomly adds the same number of cards from his or her grip to the bottom of the stack if able. So not only is this allowing you to trash maybe a bad hand and get back something better, it's also forcing the runner to get rid of most of their grip, and hopefully reducing them to a point where they won't want to make a run that turn. So that's a fantastic new agenda there. Next we have Traffic Analyzer, new upgrade, cost of 0. Whenever you res a piece of ice protecting the server, trace 2. If successful, the corp gains 1 credit. So this is just another way to make the runner waste money or let the corp have more money. Because if every time you're resing a piece of ice that's protecting either one of your central servers or one where you've got a piece of ice that will keep de-resing, then you can just keep earning off of this every turn or forcing the runner to waste money. And then they've got to spend 3 if they just want to get rid of this. So it's a fantastic way to really boost your economy or hamper the runners. Next we're on to Whale Incorporation and Meteor Mining, and I love this one because it's a new agenda, cost of 5, 2 agenda points, and has, when you score Meteor Mining, you may gain 7 credits. If the runner has at least 2 tags, you may do 7 meteor damage instead. That's an instant win for the corp there with 7 meat damage. And I just like the idea that it's basically you've tagged the runner's location and are dropping an asteroid on their head. So I love that card, and I'm definitely going to be trying it out in my Whale Index. Next we have Standoff, another new agenda. Cost of 2 with 0 agenda points. When you score Standoff, each player starting with the runner trashes 1 installed card until one player declines to trash a card. If the runner declines, draw 1 card and gain 5 credits. So this is a really good way to cripple the runner. It basically means every turn, when you score it, each one of you will keep going back and forth and trashing installed cards. And whoever can't afford to trash one, or whoever says they're declining to trash a card, then the corp will gain a card and 5 credits if the runner is the one that declines. If the corp declines, which hopefully it won't be, hopefully you'll put yourself in a position where you can trash plenty of stuff you don't need when you score this, because it's a great way to cripple the runner and force them to trash a lot of their stuff, or just give you free cards and credits. Next we have Success. Cost of 0, Operation Triple. As an additional cost to play this operation, forfeit an agenda and spend 2 clicks, so it's a big cost there. Advance a card X times. X equals the advancement requirement of the agenda you just forfeited. So you can sacrifice an agenda and use its advancement requirement as X advancement tokens to place on another one. Now if you've already put a few advancement tokens on another agenda, you could use it, sacrifice a low level agenda to score a much higher one instantly just by putting this card into play and using all those advancement tokens to score it then. So it's a little quick boost. Now we're on to the neutral cards, and we have Whampoa Reclamation. Cost of 3, Asset Corporation. Trash 1 card from HQ. Add 1 card from Archives to the bottom of R&D. Use this ability only once per turn. So you have to trash a card from HQ, but it allows you to get back valuable cards like economy cards, agendas that you really didn't want to end up in there, and just put them back into R&D, where they'll be safe from the runner. And finally we have Mass Commercialization. Cost of 0, Operation Transaction. Gain 2 credits for each card with at least 1 advancement token on it. So if you spread your advancement tokens far and wide on your ice, you've got a lot of ice that works with advancement tokens, this card will give you a whole lot of cash all at once. 2 credits for each single one. So if you've got 5 out, that's 10 credits. So it's a great little economy card in the right deck. Right, that's all for now, Netrunners. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time with a game, hopefully, where we can use some of these cards. Bye for now.